be afraid in this world in which you are living. Don't be scared, don't live in fear.
Hello and welcome to Embellishcraftstudio. Today I'm doing part of the collaboration with Crafty YouTubers United for World Book Day. And I'm going to base this video on a book by Micheal Rosenblum called The Catapillar and the Butterfly. So what I'm showing you here is a very sturdy, secure mould, a very good mould, as you expect from all Julie Cutz's moulds, from pouring your heart out. I've had it about 2 years. I have had a look and it is on Amazon, so I will link it in the description below. And my idea was to have butterflies flying in the caterpillar. So I've bought these stickers. They're from Amazon, and they're a good amount. I think it's about 400 butterflies, different colours and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them double-sided by taking one side of stickers, not peeling them off that side, turning them over, and then I'm going to take the corresponding sticker from another sheet and I'm going to stick it on the back. So if you can see that big orange butterfly, I'm going to take that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it on the back of the sheet without removing it from the acetate, and I'm going to then cut them out just to give them a little bit of rigidity about them. And then I'm going to put them, as you can see here, on my sliding tray from my Let's Resin dual-sided curing machine. And I'm going to give them a coat of UV resin on both sides. Just to give them, I just wanted to give them some stability, but also I want to give them a bit of weight. Now here, what I'm doing is I'm actually taking off all the fingerprints or any kind of grease or any kind of thing that will prohibit the UV resin from actually curing properly on the butterflies. So I've got a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to wipe all the stickers down before putting any UV resin on the top of them. As you can see, I've got a tear in my left glove. It isn't a tear, it's a cut. I have this problem. I have my phone that does not respond to directions when I've got my rubber gloves, my natural gloves on. And it just drives me insane trying to get the camera going. So in desperation, I've cut the finger off. Now, I usually replace it with a finger cut. And the finger cut is a lot better because it actually does cling to my finger. I've found if you could cut these off, they're a bit baggy. The remainder of the finger bit. But there I am. Starting just before I start to UV them, I have found that they're not totally symmetrical. So I am just trimming off any bits of the sticker that is making it look a bit messy. So I'm just trimming them off. Then I'm going to, with this Let's Resin double-sided curer, I'm going to put resin on them a bit at a time, and then I'm going to turn them over and do the same thing. Then the idea is to suspend them in the resin. So here we've got the stand off the, I don't know if you've seen them, but the under the sink kind of stands that you have to put all your bits and pieces in. So this is the stand bit from one of those, and I have used it before. I've actually run some double-sided sticky tape down both of the long sides. That's why I think you can just about see it. So that when I put my skewer, which I'm going to attach my lines to, I can stick them on there. They're not going to be shuffling everywhere. That is the plan. So that's just showing you from the top side what I'm hoping to do. I'm going to be using the monofilament line, fisherman line is another way if you want to look up the fisherman. It's purely it's see-through, so you can't see it, and it disappears when it's in the resin, so you can't actually see it. So I've also got my a little UV lamp there because I found that I was having difficult actually tying the thread round one of these dowels. I could only find in my beading supplies the thinnest thinnest bit of monofilament. It was a 0.25 millimeters, so it was very, very thin. My poor eyes, even with my glasses, were having trouble seeing it, let alone trying to tie a knot in it. So I tied a knot in it, and then very carefully I used a splodge of UV resin and then cured it over the knot that I made. It also made not only that it was secure, but also if I wanted to adjust the height of the thread to make my butterfly to a certain height dangling, then I just twizzled the stick and it just took it up and took it down. So that's what I was going to do. I didn't anticipate that I have my shadow who follows me around in the daytime, and my cat called Maisie, who thought that this was a fantastic game because I couldn't see what I was doing, so I was sitting up to try and tie the knot, and the butterflies were dangling down, and Maisie thought it was a brilliant game, trying to snap them from me and run away with them. So we had great fun with that. Well, Maisie did. So that's what I was in. But if you can see, I only had one big butterfly, the orange butterfly that I showed you about. She is the star of the two characters in the storybook, the caterpillar being the main one. So I'm going to leave you here just to have a look and see what I was doing, giving you a bit of idea. So the idea is to try and build a diorama of butterflies flying in all directions, all heights, in the caterpillar mould. There's a monofilament. It was very thin. I think next time I will have to next time I'm doing it, I'm just taking the strips off there, if you can see, of the double-sided sellotape. So I'm getting ready to put the things on with the sticks are actually skewers, wooden skewers, so that I can dangle them in. Please excuse all the mess that's behind them. One day I will be sorted, and I will have a orderly craft studio rather than still being on these two tables. I want to get onto the main table. So as you can see, I'm just tying them up and then suspending them over the mould. So I'm almost there. Before I make up my resin, I'm going to be using deep cast resin, obviously because of how deep the mould is. And I'm going to try my new toy that I've not tried before. I got the new Let's Resin bubble remover for my Christmas and birthday present, and it's been so chaotic I've not been able to get it out yet, but I am going to get it out for this because I want it to be as clear as possible. So we're going to run that through. For those people who don't know what the bubble remover does, it does exactly what it says. So I'm going to show you it working, and I'll show you what noise it makes, just for those people who do like to add a bit of background noise to it, and then we will go into a song. So I can show you how very slowly actually it was able to fill the mould up. So just bear with me with a little bit of with this, and then we'll go into the song, and then I will tell you very briefly about the story in this that it's all based on. It's a very quick story. I do apologise for that. My husband was home. I didn't realise until the editing process, but you can hear him. When he comes home, he puts he's into Japanese, Korean, and Chinese films. So what you can hear in the background is his films. He doesn't have them on pretty loudly. So I do apologise for that. I don't think you could hear just enough to. So I don't think I'm all right with copyright. Anyway, here is a bit of music all about being yourself and believing in yourself and not living in fear. Have a bit of faith in yourself.
Don't be afraid in this world in which you are living. Don't be scared. Don't live in fear. Reach deep down inside yourself or in the heavens above and take the hand of faith. 'Cause each of us has fear inside, but if you have belief in yourself, you have all you need. If you take the hand of faith, dream your dreams, little one. Take the hand of faith and make your dreams come true. Dream your dreams, little one. Take the hand of faith and make your dreams come true. Don't be afraid in this world in which you are living. Don't be scared. Don't live in fear. Reach deep down inside yourself or in the heavens above.
As you can see, I'm very, very, very slowly dribbling it down the stick, the plastic stick that I've got, the silicon stick, just so that I didn't create any more bubbles by pouring it in. And just before then, I had a bit. It looked as though it was a bit wobbly. What was actually going in is going right underneath, and it has two uh, little antennae, and they're very, very. The actual stalk bit of it is very thin, and I was scared that I was going to get big bubbles in there, so I was giving it a really good fumble and really pushing out all the bubbles I could from the little top of the little antennae, uh, which then actually it wobbled it a bit, so I had to prop it up and make sure that it was level. So that was why it was moving around a little bit. I'm having another go at it. I was determined I wasn't going to get bubbles because the stalks were so thin. I am wondering if I'm going to get it out. So we'll see. Me there is I actually unsettled all the butterflies. I was that determined of getting out all those bubbles. So I tipped it up, and of course they all went sailing down the river, and they all ended up at one end. So I had to go back and just gradually re-put them at where I wanted them along the caterpillar. So here's a photograph of where it was when it was settled. So I think I better tell you the story of the caterpillar and the butterfly. It's by, as I say, by Micheal Rosenblum, and it's actually meant for children aged 3 to 7. But I think it's a, is it me? But it is, I think, suitable for everybody because I think everyone could get. So here is the caterpillar and the butterfly, and of course it's been my version of it. So in the garden, there lived this caterpillar, and he was so afraid of everything. He was so afraid that, in fact, all the other little animals used to call him Fear. One day, Fear was stood underneath one of the leaves, and he was hiding away as per usual. And he saw the most magical butterfly. He was watching it from behind a grass leaf, and the butterfly was landing near one of the flowers that Fear was sat next to. And as she landed there, she said, "Hello, do you like to play?" Fear then called into a little ball because he, of course, was very, very, very scared about this. He didn't answer, and so the butterfly said, "Please tell me what's wrong." And Fear said, "I feel sad. I feel very fearful." And the butterfly, who was called Faith, by the way, was she said, "Are you afraid of everything?" Fear explained, "Well, yes, I'm afraid of everything. Other animals, lightning, stones, bullied. I'm afraid of it making friends. I'm afraid of trying new things. I'm also afraid of the lightning when it's dark. I'm in fact, it's such a scary place. I very rarely go anywhere." And so Faith said, "Oh, come and play with me. I won't let anything happen to you." And so Faith came nearly every day, and she used to play with Fear, and she made him very gently try new things, and also that they made new friends as well. And each day, Fear became a little braver. One day, Fear said, "You make it seem so easy, you know. I wish I felt as free from worry as you seem to do. I wish I could fly away like you do." Faye smiled and she said, "No, I was once just like you. One day you'll be just like me." And she flew down and sat beside him for a bit. And she said, "You just need to try new things, even when you're afraid. You need to be kind to yourself, even when you're afraid. Most of all, you need to believe in yourself. And even when you're afraid, you can do these things, and you will have the power to fly." That night, Fear thought about what Faith had said. He thought about the last month, and the new friends had made, or the new experience it had. And it didn't seem that scary to fear. And he suddenly decided he was going to believe. It wasn't long after that he started feeling very sleepy, and he took a very long, cosy nap. When he woke up, he decided he was going to be just like Faith. He was going to believe in himself and not act as though he was afraid of everything. And he found that when he did do that, he was just as happy as Faith. And he could fly. And that is just what he did. And he lived a very happy life. So there's the story. And now it comes to pulling and tugging. And I didn't film it because it took ages to get the caterpillar out. And here he is. As you can see, the butterflies were floating a lot of the time, so they were actually on the bottom, a lot of the caterpillar. I couldn't find my light, otherwise I would have lit it up for you, but I can see it. And I think with a light under there, it would be a lot better. But what I did like to do, I just couldn't resist myself to put the dots and the feet on and colour them with the Let's Resin markers. And I think it looks really cheeky. What do you think? Please comment, and I'd love to hear what you think. Please tick the box, and also to help my channel, please subscribe. If you do think that you might watch me again, Mould was up to something or other. I'm working my channel to try and get money to rise at the moment. So if you do feel that you want to support me that way, by all means go to my Buy Me a Coffee link and buy me a coffee, which won't buy me a coffee. It will give me something to actually plough back into this channel to buy some more things and to show what to do, new ideas to share with you.
Don't be afraid in this world in which you are living. Don't be scared. Don't live in fear. Reach deep down inside yourself, or in the heavens above, and take the hand of faith. 'Cause each of us has fear inside, but if you have belief in yourself, you have all you need. If you take the hand of faith, dream your dreams, little one. Take the hand of faith and make your dreams come true. Dream your dreams, little one. Take the hand of faith and make your dreams come true. Don't be afraid in this world in which you are living. Don't be scared. Don't live in fear.